Picture this. I'm finishing a high school business course. I'm researching how to create a marketing strategy. 5 years ago, that would have meant diving into case studies, analyzing competitor trends, maybe even presenting to a mock board. Today, I type a few prompts into ChatGPT, and within seconds, I have a detailed campaign outline, a content calendar, and persuasive copy ideas.
The landscape of learning and working has changed dramatically, hasn't it? This isn't science fiction, it's where we are. Artificial intelligence is transforming white-collar work right now. And while the conversation often centers on blue-collar automation, educators must understand how AI is reshaping knowledge work too, because that's what many of our students are headed toward. Traditionally, white-collar jobs meant professional stability. They required degrees, expertise, and problem-solving. But now, AI can generate legal briefs, write code, analyze data, and even diagnose basic medical issues. The skill sets that once guaranteed employability are shifting. It's not just about what you know anymore. It's about how well you can work alongside AI. So, what does this mean for education? First, we need to change what we value. If students are rewarded mainly for producing answers, they'll race to the fastest source. But if they're encouraged to question, reflect, and build from AI outputs, they start developing skills that machines can't replicate. Here's a classroom-level example.
In an economics class, instead of assigning a simple report on inflation, have students ask an AI to explain it.
Then, challenge them to critique the response.
Where is the explanation strong? Where is it too generic? What might be misleading or oversimplified?
This teaches them not just to use AI, but to think with it, not through it. Next, we need to emphasize skills like prompt writing, synthesis, and ethical reasoning. Take prompt engineering. Knowing how to frame a question well can mean the difference between a vague summary and a tailored, insightful response. That's a literacy we need to start teaching now. Then there's synthesis. Let's say a student uses AI to research the environmental impact of electric vehicles. The AI might give a well-written overview, but students should be guided to compare that response with real-world data, weigh opposing arguments, and form their own conclusions. That's how they learn to add value, not just consume information.
And we can't ignore ethics. If a student uses AI to write a cover letter or complete a math proof, when does it become misrepresentation? Where is the line between assistance and dishonesty? These are the questions they'll face in real life, so they need space to wrestle with them in school.
The good news is that none of this means throwing out your curriculum. It just means adapting how we frame learning goals. For example, if the goal is writing, we might shift the focus from writing a complete essay to improving a draft generated by AI, or from memorizing definitions to applying them in novel, AI-informed contexts.
AI is not the end of white-collar work, but it is redefining what those jobs require. They'll favor people who can supervise, collaborate with, and critically assess AI tools.
As educators, we have the chance to give students that head start, not by banning AI, not by ignoring it, but by teaching students to lead with judgment, creativity, and adaptability. That's how we prepare them for the future of work, and that future is already here.